Hello there. Do you think you know horror? Do you think you know true suffering? Wrong. You know nothing until you try China in Black Ice. For some reason, I've been torturing myself with using entirely historical division organization in both regular HOI4 and Black Ice, the hardest mod in existence. Well, this might finally be the one that breaks me. No equipment, no defense, and no hope. Do you think I'll be able to even survive, let alone defeat Japan? Like the video and subscribe to find out. Also, that 75k massive multiplayer game goal is getting pretty close. Okay, here we are, China. Except, we're in Black Ice. If you're not familiar with Black Ice, it's the ultimate torture mod. We have incredible historicity, we have massively more complex divisions with support companies and completely revamped focus trees, and because it's historical, we're even worse than vanilla. We have an incompetent industry making everything incredibly expensive to make. We have an incompetent army, making everyone waste food and die, and army corruption, which is oddly pretty much exactly the same as in vanilla. This is, of course, an historical divisions video, which means I have to use only the accurate historical divisions that China actually used year by year. So I'm going to really suffer because these are, well, they're not terribly ahistorical. We'll get into that in a little bit. 1937 is when I have the most concrete sources, so we'll begin from there. But the big problem is that China in BICE is way worse. We're broken up into little warlords, and we're not even going to be able to defend Xinbei when they get attacked by Japan. We have to wait until the alliance forms. Not great. The focus tree is absolutely crazy and big and massive, and I'm not really sure of the perfect paths to do, but I'm assuming, as ever, you want to prioritize getting additional research slots. Though we also need to do monetary reform so we can get onto civilian economy. Oh god. Right now we're on corrupted economy, so everything just doesn't work. We don't build anything. Minus 40% construction speed. The priority is to get down to army reform. Desperately need this because it means I can fix my military. So we're going to get that first. I know that's probably not efficient, but because I'm playing historical, I have to spend a lot of XP to change division types. We have a dedicated research slot, so we have to be really careful about what we research. But I know that I desperately need machine guns because they were, in fact, used. And I don't start with them, so oh boy. We also have no ecotech. Oh my god. Black Ice means energy and also more resources, and we have only 4 steel mills, not actually enough to power all the factories that we need. So I think I'm first going to build steel mills because there's no point building factories. My boys can barely use it. We have so many different things to build. This is Black Ice after all. Oh god. We're gonna have to be very cautious. Honestly, most of this we don't even have. Oh man. We have an incredibly limited number of convoys, so we got to be really cautious about our trade imports. Gonna try and do it only to the very closest people. Hopefully this will be sufficient. Luckily, we do get to army mobilize for free. Oh, no, it's not for free. It just tells you to do it. I guess we'll do that because it does save military rations. There's a whole host of different features in Black Ice, from recruitment laws to military mobilization effects and different trade laws. It's crazy complex. I highly suggest you give it a try because it breaks your brain, but it's very fun. We are also about to starve to death because, yes, there are also rations. So I guess I'm going to need to import food as well. We are still gaining some army XP per day thanks to Alexander von Falkenhausen, which is very vital. Again, we need a lot of XP to change our divisions up because we're doing historical, but also a lot of XP to do all of the army reform things to try to fix our everything, honestly. Dear God, this is going to be terrible, and we only have about a year and a quarter to prepare because Japan will grind against us. I think our second focus has to be trying to get monetary reform because we really desperately need to get on to civilian economy. It's going to take 200 days. I'm not going to be able to do anything. We can click to send peasants back to their farms because I just don't have enough equipment to train these divisions, so I lose 10,000 manpower a week, but gain stability and war support, which is absolutely worth it. I finally have machine guns, but what I think I need to do is replace the anti-tank production with machine guns because I've checked, they don't have any anti-tank, not for absolutely ages, so let's just do that. Oh, and gotta remember to assign MIOs. We can apparently work with U-clique or Guangxi-clique or just be all angry and such and attack them, but we'll do the historical option, which I believe is a sound plan. I'm sure we definitely won't get captured by the communists and tortured and forced to agree to an alliance, right? Ooh, Shenjitang has submitted to the central government. This has given us a ginormous chunk of the south. Is there factories? Please say there's factories. There's some factories. Oh my goodness. Is there any resources? There are some resources. Oh boy. Everything's looking up us. I can import a bit less iron. Okay, bribery accepted. Our bribes have been accepted. The generals of Jiangxi click, and many of them have defected to our side. Okay, we also just gained this. There's so much more granularity here. What on earth? Oh my god, civvies. So many civvies. Yes, thank you. And mills. Any resources? Some. Oh my god. I don't have to import so much. No way. That's so good. I'm also just taking a look at the railway maps of China. I know it's a little bit harder to see in black ice. The colors are slightly different. We've got major railways here and minor ones connecting up to here along these front lines. But then over here, there's nothing connecting any of this. This is terrible. I mean, really good for if Japan takes it, but I kind of want to be able to defend this. I wonder if maybe I should be building some railways. Oh, and we even gained their troops. Oh, that's fantastic. Into the pile you go. We can also spend our PP to prospect for resources using German expertise. This is amazing because this represents the huge amount of German involvement in China that did actually happen historically. This is so good. Like actual iron and coal. Let's grab this for the coal. I need that. Also got to move our capital to Nanjing. I'm pretty sure that was the old capital anyway. Don't know why it still says Zhengqing. Oh boy, 20 planes. Thanks, America. Okay, monetary reform. We are now in civilian economy, so we should be able to build things a little bit faster, and once war tension gets up, we can maybe go up. This is now going to mean that these factories are built a little faster. There is a broader political focus decision about prioritizing internal stability or external threat. I will do prioritize internal stability. I believe that's the correct historical option. I also want to see if I can get Shaanxi. So many insane, like, special advisors for China, because Black Ice has a hugely expanded list of different advisors. This is incredible. We now do have the Xi'an incident where Zhang Zhuleng tries to do stuff, so we'll go ourselves. Let's send Chiang Kai-shek ourselves to the Soviets. I'm sure this will be fine. And there it is. We've been held hostage. We can send someone to negotiate or attack and try to invade everybody. We're not going to do that. We are just going to send someone to negotiate because that's what happens historically. And we have a very simple demand of releasing Chiang Kai-shek, and we have to stop the civil war. Oh my god. I tried to demand their submission and it worked. They released them and I got to annex them. What? And then we have a non-aggression pact of everybody. Oh, that's perfect. I think that was the best possible result, right? We just gained this huge chunk. Oh, it's filled with factories. It's filled with factories. Yes, please. And steel mills. Oh my god. That's fantastic. Oh, I have so many mills. Let's go. There's just so many unique events. Apparently the remnants of the Northeastern Army, do we incorporate them or arrest them? I really like to incorporate them, but I know that historically what happened is they were arrested, which actually gives me some PP, which is very nice. It is also February 1937, so I think we can finally actually make our first division, and this is going to be extremely unpleasant. I have a wonderful source available in the Kangzhan Guide to Chinese Ground Forces, and all accompanying images and sources that I'll be using for the division designs are available for YouTube members and patrons. But the significant thing about this division is that the Chinese finally added LMG squads, which means we do actually have machine guns. The weird system is actually a square division with 2 brigades, each with 2 regiments, so it should realistically look like this, but the manpower of that is way too much at 17,000. This division only had about 11,000 manpower. So I'm going to do this instead because I think this is a lot closer. Also, although I really would like to keep all these support companies, there is no information in the sources for anti-tank or anti-air. So I'm going to have to remove them. I want to keep them, but I can't. Giving us just field hospitals, which is represented by the transport battalion and the engineer battalion. I should have a signal battalion, but that is not available in Black Ice until you research a number of different things. It's just not possible for me to have got it by this point. So I will add it later and instead keep the reconnaissance company. However, I do need to remember to add machine guns to my infantry battalions because that's what's necessary. They have machine guns finally. They also had Type 89 and Type 27 grenade dischargers, which I think can best be approximated with infantry battalions. I don't have anywhere near enough of that made yet, but that's just what it's going to have to be. Funnily enough, the equipments for mortar machine guns are nowhere near enough. If we include the total number of LMGs that the source says, it should actually have 224 machine guns and also mortars. So yeah, there's actually not anywhere near enough machine guns in this division, but so we can keep it as infantry. We don't have to replace them with irregulars or light infantry. And this actually gives us a pretty accurate amount of manpower, so we're going to keep it. This is the infantry division. I've converted a giant chunk of my boys directly to the correct division. Here they are. I've also got a militia division because I have some sources of the irregular forces, which are basically nothing more than just a little bit of artillery and irregulars. To be honest, they probably shouldn't have artillery, but the sources are a little bit more confusing for what actually formed a port garrison, but there were definitely quite large numbers of irregular forces that were raised. So I'm going to approximate that to mean something like this, that they were basically just less equipped divisional units, and also just start guarding all the ports preemptively because we're going to need to. We also need to make sure to guard the ports of our allies later on, and we will actually need to be as close as possible to Beijing for when the assault actually occurs. So we're going to put our boys like here, because we can't go here. We're not in an alliance alliance with them for some stupid reason. So Japan's going to hit them first, and we're not going to be able to defend. Let's just get them as close as possible to this line so that when they attack, we can just rush up and try to defend as much as we can. And we also need to add the cavalry division, which is just going to be something like this. It's just a whole bunch of cavalry and reconnaissance cavalry, and that's it. It's nothing but quick response forces. It's March 37. We got to do army reform now. I know we won't actually have enough XP to do it, but we need to have it finished so when we do get attacked, we can buy up the upgrades as soon as possible. Just like in Vanilla HOI, China needs to go through various iterations of army reform to make their divisions not complete garbage. Oh god. Okay, they're justifying against us. Here we go. I have 31 divisions here. I'm hoping that we can hold them off. Oh god. There it is, the Marco Polo Bridge incident. Oh no, a little tiny skirmish just south of Beijing. I'm sure this won't result in anything serious, right? Ooh. So they've attacked me, but not anyone else. Not Xinbiang. Interesting. Like a cat, Japan advances and took Korea. That's weird. But we have now created the Chinese United Front, giving us a whole bunch of bonuses. Really nice. Equipment capture gain ratio, defensive stability. And it should instantly add people to the faction, the Guizhou Autonomous Committee. Not sure. All right, we can also put our guns down and make a universal peace among China so that we don't have to fight internally. We'll try to seek peace, and we're also going to mobilize generally. Okay. Weapons deal. Yes, give me guns. Also, we can go up our mobilization laws as well. That'll be very, very nice. And there we go. All of China is now united against them. So we're going to immediately rush as quickly as we can to try and form a defensive line against Japan. And we're also going to expand our coastal defenses. Oh, you got to be careful here. Tsingtao and Weihai are different zones. I was almost not going to assign them to be protected. That would have been tragic. There we go. Ooh, army reform is now cheaper. Yes, thank God. It's cheaper because we're at war. It makes sense. Ooh, I can spend command power to integrate the Chinese warlords if they start to get a little bit capitulated. Well, they have. He's lost Shenzhen, so we can immediately annex Xinbiang. It'll take 7 days. So as long as we keep them alive for 7 days, I'll integrate them and I'll get all their divisions, I think. I was trying to make a provisional line, but it doesn't matter. They've immediately pushed it. Stop, please. I've made a terrible mistake. I've just realized. Doctrines. I've not done the doctrines. I've not done any doctrines at all. Oh my god, I'm dead. If you're not aware, BICE has a whole massively changed tree of doctrines, but you have to finish the World War I doctrines first, and I have not done that. Oh my god, look how many I have to do. Oh, there's so many. We need trench systems. We need a division attrition, and Japan has. You bet Japan has, man. We're missing so many stats. Okay, we've annexed them. Did I gain the soldiers? I did gain the soldiers. Hell yeah. Immediately convert them to the regulars and assign them to the line. Let's go. Okay, and we can do army restructuring as well. It's going to cost a ton of XP, but my goodness, do we desperately need to do this. It gives us so many bonuses. Look at the flood of Chinese forces arriving from all the small little puppets. It's going to be beautiful. They are, admittedly, pushing like crazy into us, which is not ideal. I think I'm going to have to try and shrink this line because I am getting very concerned. Over here is dangerous. We may already have to pull back completely and abandon these guys. Like, it may be a necessity and try to hold on this river because this is crazy. We just got warlord reinforcements, which I guess are meant to represent, I'm not even sure, like just random militia units that jumped out of nowhere to try and reinforce things. There's no real sources I can find for this. They're just engineers and warlord militia. But I guess this is pretty relevant to based on civilian units, right? Oh yeah, my divisions are just actually collapsing. Like, there's not even a hope in hell's chance. I cannot survive. We are being pushed back instantly the moment we touch anything. Do we just need to completely fall back to this river? Because this is horrible. Oh my god, the invasions are happening. They are attacking at Weihai. They have 4 attack because there is a fort and there's a naval penalty. Let's get these militia and let's try to defend this port because, oh my god, I am scared if this dies. I think we're fully at the point now at which we need to just retreat from this and defend on the river. Like, I'm sorry, boys, but you're done. There is a focus here, lure them in, which requires me to either have 25% surrender progress or that Shanghai, Peiping, and Tsingtao are at war. Oh, I just have to have lost these. Okay, when I get these, it gives a whole bunch of little bonuses, and I think it gives me even more. This is the priority focus. So it's Shanghai, Peiping, and Tsingtao. Peiping is here, Tsingtao is there, and Shanghai is here. So if they naval invade me, then I can do it. Okay, that's not too bad. But for the meantime, we're going to try and hold as best we can. We've managed to maintain defense over this region, at least for for now. Let's see if we can make this work. I want to delay them as much as we can. War of Resistance, I think, is going to be vital for that 5% defense. Plus, there's Scorched Earth tactics. Let's try to grab that. Also, I have Industrial Evacuation now, so I can actually click this button, spend a bit of PP, and remove the factories and put them into Chunyi. Where's that? Chunyi is over here. I don't own Guizhou Autonomous Community. What? Okay, it gives it to one of my puppet dudes. Okay, well, I guess I get to annex them later. Let's hope so. But I guess evacuating some of the industry here is probably a good idea. Like, oh yeah, let's remove this from Shaanxi. Like, I don't want this to go to them. Let's do that. I think this Shandong invasion is going to happen whether I like it or not. Let's put them into their own general. Give them onto here. In fact, their own field marshal. Let's go. Yeah, let's put them under this guy and see if we can just try to defend this. I don't know. We just have to slow them down. That's all that matters. Ooh, we can now integrate Shandong clique because they have lost a bit of territory. I guess that just means because they've started to capitulate a bit. We've got more than 25% surrender progress. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we can integrate them. It only takes 11 days and I should get all their divisions. Oh, that'd be so helpful. Okay. So we just annexed them, but then it instantly deleted my line. Please don't do that, game. Why have you done this to me? I hate you so badly. Oh God. People condemn the air raids. Good. Maybe you'll actually support me now. But more importantly, I can improve my industry. This will lower the penalty of incompetent industry. Please, God, give it to me. It's because I've improved my techs. Incompetent industry is really terrible. I think it should improve the factory output and some of the IC cost. Please do that now. It applies instantly. And then I can get another one later once I get even more stuff. It's just, oh, there's 5 steps to it. Oh my God. Fate of Han Fuju, I guess because he was a general in Shandong. We can either have him join the army or execute him. We're going to execute him because that's what happened historically. Sorry. Might as well also continue to remove factories. Oh, Soviet support. What's this? 10,000 guns. Okay. I'm 13,000 guns down, so that really doesn't help that much. But hey, we're really low on field uniforms though. Maybe we should focus on those for a bit. I'm just going to try and focus on World War I doctrine for a little while just so I can maybe try to finish this. Like there's some significant bonuses down here. We got to get there. Oh, and continue to improve our country. Why not? There's some good bonuses here. Weekly stability is vital too. The fall of Beijing. No, really? Didn't know that happened. I also haven't actually looked at some of these focuses about the English investors or British assistance. Some of them are pretty good. Like Britain actually does have some surprisingly good bonuses they can give you, including British training. Oh my God. 1.5 XP a day. Great Plains. But France is possibly the best one. This is incredible. Market access. We can get a bunch of equipment. We got to get some foreign investors here. We've got a naval invasion. Oh my God. Down south around Amoy and Longji. Not ideal. I do have some divisions that are already ready. Let's see if we can pop those in to try and defend the tiles. Burn them out, but they took it again. This guy is going to get there. I'm trying to reinforce. This is awful. I really do not want to give up a port. 17 hours, 15 hours. We're going to try and catch him just before he gets here. And then maybe we can stop him from landing. Can this division please get there in time? Luckily, this division is actually not a naval invader, so it's getting a 57% malice. Oh, baby. I only have one soft attack, though, because it's night and terrain, but hopefully we can win. Somehow we have managed to pull back and are holding behind the big river. They abandoned this position for some reason, and then they're kind of pushing over here. I think they're focusing their forces on communist China, who have annexed Shaanxi. I don't care. I'm just trying to hold the line here and not explode. Let's just see if we can. I'm going to try and spend some command power and give the last stand bonus. What I'm going to do is this tile looks like it's the one that's going to fall. So I'm going to select which army has the most divisions in that tile, which is this one, under Zhang Zhuleng. So we're going to call it the Fluffy Giggles McCool Sid after a recent YouTube member. And we're going to give them the last stand. That should at least hopefully mean we don't lose this tile completely. This one may fall too, but to be honest, I don't mind losing Tsingtao. I've moved the factories out already. I don't actually care. And if I lose Shanghai and Tsingtao, I can finally lure them in, or maybe it'll be better to wait until 25% surrender progress. I'm at 18 actually. So that's actually fine. Once I lose Tsingtao and maybe this one as well, I think I will be able to do that focus. Oh my God, another naval invasion. Please stop it, stop it, stop it. Come on, let me train you, please. Oh, and there it is. Germany has withdrawn their advisors. Ah, that's so useful. No, World War I tech 60%. Okay, I should have been massively grabbing those techs as soon as I could. That's so unpleasant. I am not going to click that until I absolutely have to. I don't want to have to deal with that. Oh, I needed to use those to catch up. Oh, we can at least grab a brand new research slot. Try and get some more production efficiency and more resources. Let's do it for raw materials. And we can do, once again, army restructuring for 100 XP. Takes 150 days, but we're going to get better bit by bit. Also, it's now the 1st of January 1938, so we can think about our next divisions, but I've got a big problem. This is what our our divisions look like. And this is what the 1938 division should look like. They look pretty similar, right? Except one major thing, there's no more artillery. For some god-awful reason, China decided that the individual divisions having artillery was bad, and only the army groups should have artillery, and thus they were grouped together into sort of army strength or core strength artillery with about 144 pieces of artillery. So if I want to do this perfectly right, I would remove this entirely, so there'd be no artillery whatsoever in the divisions, and then I would make an artillery-only division, and this is sort of what the division would look like. It would have 72 pieces of light and mountain artillery each, and I guess some infantry, but it wouldn't work. This just about works in vanilla, but it is not possible to do in Black Ice because look, -1 org. Even if I just arbitrarily slap in some more infantry, it doesn't make a difference. The org is so low that the division will instantly be deleted the moment I try using it. It's just not possible to do in Black Ice. It truly will not work. But don't worry, the best way to get around this is just to keep using my regular infantry divisions because I basically have no artillery and they will not have the necessary strength, and it will still be representing the fact that they just don't have artillery because there is none. I think this is the best approximation, to just leave it completely alone. I have added mortars into the divisions, so they are gaining that. I think this is the best I can do. Put in the comments if you disagree with me, but it just isn't possible to make an army-sized artillery division. It just doesn't work. So we're going to keep it as it is. But we are managing to hold. We've managed to repel the individual naval invasions. We have started to fall back from the river, but it's now 1938, so it could be worse. Oh, I'm 28% towards capitulation. Okay, immediately cancel this focus because now I can do lure them in. It's 70 days, but it's going to give me bonuses, and I think it gives me even more bonuses later, so we're going to desperately need that. Yeah. Oh, it gives me the bonus straight away the moment I take it? It's when selected. Oh my god, so lure them in. This should bring some changes to the war soon. 5% division defense. That's going to add up. Okay. I also completely forgot to put my fleet on coastal defense and try to protect our little convoys because we are losing quite a few convoys. Please help. Ooh, we get even more bonuses. Yes, I was right. Lure them in. Okay, they're more effective. This gives them a little bit more speed, even more division defense, and 0.5% equipment capture ratio gain. Incredible, with 15 flat XP. Oh, I can do the next army reform. Yes, I've done one already. We're getting better. Bit by bit, our divisions are going to start to get stronger. We just have to sort of hold out here. Historically, by this point in time, we're actually closer to the river, but we had also lost Shanghai and almost Nanjing. So we're doing better because they actually haven't even invaded. Where's the divisions? Why are there no divisions here? Game, please. Please, game. I'm begging of you. It's because we turned off the strategic redeployment, isn't it? There's nothing on Shanghai. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, that would have been really bad if they got caught there. The other thing I should mention is that in 1938, the Chinese army kind of realized that cavalry was not very useful in a modern war, and they stored them in Nanjing and turned them into reserve units. And they basically did not get used for the remainder of the conflict. They were instead kept as a quick reserve force in Nanjing. Of course, when the Japanese invaded Shanghai and pushed towards Nanjing, they were some of the only forces there, and they had very little equipment and promptly died. Still small naval invasions down in Fuchao, but we're actually repelling them. It's only one division, which is weird, and they are attacking us on our flanks over here. Could be a bit better here in terms of defense. I'm a little concerned. Oh crap, my fleet just got destroyed. Okay, pull them back. Pull them back. Oh, they're dead. Okay, yeah, they're all dead. Okay. Lure them in strategy is continuing to prove useful. We're for some reason getting even more bonuses. Extra core defense on oh my god, and army XP. I'm so glad I decided to take this early. And I definitely didn't play an entire game as China in Black Ice, wasting about 10 hours where I didn't take this focus. Of course not. That would be crazy. Even more? What? It just keeps growing. Okay, so this is actually like the most OP focus in the world. I'm at 20% division defense bonus. That's incredible. Ooh, and there's the Shanghai invasion. Oh, it's the historical one. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna need to be very, very quick here. And they've taken it. Oh, what? It's given us more attack and then less defense? Excuse me? It gave us a bunch of bonuses and then it reduced some of them. What? Okay, so it's just 10%. That's really weird. Quick response force has worked. We have been able to wipe out the small invasion at Shanghai, so we're doing better than historical. And the 9-Power Treaty Conference has happened and we're being abandoned. But we get some PP, which is very nice, which does mean that we can afford to hire a guerrilla warfare expert under Hu Lang, which gives us a little bit of World War I tech bonus as well as army XP and defense on core territory. Yes, please. I think we may need to start falling back to behind this river because we are just collapsing here. This is not going okay. Let's do it. Let's bring up a little reserve line and see if we can defend along like the Wuchang line. Really starting to grind through the World War I doctrines now. Means I'm going to slow down on my industry, but it's just what I've got to do, man. I need the doctrines. Hunan Clique has been destroyed. destroyed. I don't even know where that is, but okay. And it looks like we can evacuate our national treasures. I don't know what that does, but it moves them to Sichuan instead. Okay, why not? Another invasion in Shanghai. Oh my god, that's not ideal. But you know what? Hangzhou is holding because there's actually a built-in coastal fort and fort. I am trying to build some pillbox defenses along our capital right now. I don't know if it's going to work. This is not too bad. I'm actually managing to hold against all naval invasions. Oh, the communists want to be incorporated into our army. Okay. Div recovery rate and division defense. Oh my god, yes, thank you. I'm guessing it's because the communists are just sort of dying. Not really sure what this is. They're quite literally about to explode. Oh, we can integrate all the other countries because we're really, really weak. Yes, give me your stuff. Okay, what do I want? What do I want? I think we want to grab the one that has the largest army and largest industry. 1 division, 5 factories. No. 6 factories, 5 divisions. 5 divisions, 9 factories. Yes. Give me the Sichuan clique. Why are there so many divisions stuck in Wuhu? That's not a Wuhu moment. Please reinforce the rest of the line. Okay, it was something to do with the fact that I had spread the line over a lake tile and the AI just didn't like it, but it is now reinforcing properly. Thank you. All right, the French have agreed to cooperate, and in one day, yes, we have just annexed all of this territory, giving us their factories and steel mills. I do, however, realize that maybe I should have been taking the Guizhou Autonomous Province because that's where all of the factories have been evacuating to. Maybe I should annex them next time I get the chance. Oh, they'll give me 8K equipment. Yes, please, give me the guns. My people appear to be beginning to starve, so let's do enforcing rationing, and I guess also try to compensate with weekly stability. Is that going to be enough? No, we're still at 0% balance for food, so we're going to run out of food in, I don't know, 2 seconds? Oh, the line keeps breaking. Please stop breaking my line. But we are holding along this river. We've been holding for about a month. This is going okay. We've managed to stop all naval invasions somehow, and very shortly we'll be able to do another army restructuring and army reform so that we can eventually fix our army. Oh, hell, they really want Fuzhou, don't they? Do I have any troops for this? I have none. Okay, that's bad. Ooh, that's quite a few divisions, though. We're still holding on the river, though. They are, I say that, but they've breached 3 tiles. The west is fine. I've changed it to a front line. This is almost certainly going to fall. I may have to start retreating away from Hangzhou and Nanqing. At least there are lots of mountains in this area. It's definitely something. Yeah, I think it's time to start pulling back immediately. This is kind of tragic. Bye-bye. I don't want to play with you anymore. I'm also completely out of convoys, meaning I am not making any steel. So everything I have and need is broken. I'm a struggling over here. I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to start burning our fuel instead of coal because we truly have 0 coal. This is, it's not good. It's not good. Oh, it's because our capital has been encircled. That's fine. No, this is okay. Look at that. As soon as they take it, it'll be fine. Just take the capital. Please take the capital. I'm literally dying over here. Just take it and let me retreat. Come on. God damn it. My capital then moved to Shanghai. Please just take it. I'm dying over here. I have no supply. I'm completely out of food as well. Okay, there we go. Shanghai has fallen. Where's my capital now? It is in Canton. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine because that means I can actually have supply. Please, can I now have resources? I can. Yes. And there goes the communists. Okay, that's really bad. The communists have capitulated. They really weren't supposed to. And now Zibin Zanma is completely free to be killed. Uh-oh. More assistance from the Soviets. Yes, please. Tech support and 2,500 guns. Yes. Choose which nation you wish to gain equipment from. Okay. Britain, I guess? Or, no, Soviets? I guess they'll just give me free stuff. All right, Britain, please give me things. No, I've lost my research slots because we've been dominated so much. No. Next army reform is underway. We're doing pretty good. We've got incompetent army, only 1 away from finishing. Yes. Army corruption is almost completely gone. It's just going to take a little while longer. Maybe another year or so. We're being invaded again twice, but I'm managing to defend it because I'm just sort of popping out divisions wherever possible. And in the north, oh my god, that's not so great. That's not so great. Oh my god. Okay, I'm starting to think this whole area needs to be abandoned because this is just tragic. I am suffering madly. I am dying. Please send help. Let's just completely pull back from this line. I don't want to be here anymore. Screw you and screw you. Yeah, let's just retreat. Oh, hell, I forgot. None of this is connected by rail, is it? We're literally, none of this is connected. Okay. Oh, why, China? Do you not understand how important it is to have coastal connections? This is useless. Why? We have basically nothing defending in Singhai. We're going to lose all of these factories and a little bit of food, but that's okay. I truly can do nothing. Sorry, you're just going to have to be abandoned. I do not have enough forces for this. They've They've pushed Ben Changsha and Changten. They're really crippling me in the middle, and I'm trying to reinforce. This line here is completely unsupplied. I'm trying to build railways, but it's not happening, dude. Please, let's turn off the supply here so we stop losing convoys. Oh, no, and they're naval invading me in Wuchao as well, and I have nothing to defend with because I'm not in supply. But please, I have nothing. Yeah, this line's completely failed. Let's just abandon that, I guess, and I guess start the retreat and see if we can just hold. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. We've actually, whenever this country was just above Yunnan, only one other minor China power remaining. We've gained 2 divisions. Wow. Thanks, guys. Where would I be without you? No, not another invasion. Please. Please. Stop. Defend the coast. Oh, I thought they'd taken Hong Kong there, but no, that's still UK. We're okay. They've landed above Hong Kong. Except that's our capital, isn't it? Yeah, no, that's our capital. Please stop that. UK. No, don't reject me. That means I will never be able to do the Burma Road. Okay. I'm screwed. Oh, okay. There goes my German bonuses. Okay. I really liked having that. The ever-present Black Ice decision of MG support infantry or infantry support MG, like with the German doctrine. As far as I'm aware, the doctrine should be more similar to the British and Americans machine gun supporting infantry, which is good because it gives me 10% defense. It's 1939, which means we can make it the very small change that exists in the Chinese infantry divisions, which is just that they were triangularized, which means that they removed the weird 2-brigade, 2-regiment system in favor of a more regular 3-regiment system with 1 brigade, giving us something like this. Still no anti-tank or anti-air or really anything, so we're dying horribly, but this is as close as I can get it to the historical 1939 infantry division. Finally starting to actually train more divisions, so we're going to pop out some. I've been prioritizing them with high equipment priority so that they get all the stuff I make, but we're actually being able to get some divisions. Let's put them back to medium now, though. And the very last army reform malice, giving us that 5% back. In 180 days, our army will be just as good as Japan's. And Japan is starting to thin out a little bit. We're in March 1939. You know what? Let's try some small, limited advances. Okay, we have 0 attack. But you know what? We are doing something to them. Maybe we can make this work. Oh my god, Germany is actually going to lend-lease me things. Yes, thank you. Uniforms and guns. About time someone helps me. Finally unlocked a brand new section of the army reform. I can drill, tighten up recruitment standards, and shuffle around officers. It makes everything worse for a year, but then I gain more XP. But the problem is I don't care about XP. I have plenty. I don't need this. I just need stats. Please give me stats. The only one I want is the org, so I have to tighten up recruitment standards, which makes me lose manpower. Ow. Yes. American support. 10k guns. Planes. Oh, thank you. January 1940, and apparently we're going to be forced conscripting people. Okay. I guess I didn't need to go up on my manpower a lot earlier, but whatever. It is also 1940. This is the line we've been managing to hold for about a year now. They've been pushing us back a bit more in the north. They sort of calmed down for a bit, but we're really in danger of some encirclements. The only change we make in 1940 is that we need to pick 16 divisions to get anti-tank support. I don't know why they thought this, but they decided to only give 16 loyal boy divisions to have anti-tanks. So I will just make a duplicate of this template, call it AT, and I guess just give it support anti-tank because they only gained like a little bit of anti-tank. It was like 12 or 16 pieces. So just support anti-tank is most likely the best fit. And I guess these guys now become dedicated anti-tank boys, but there's really no tank divisions on the Japanese front. They don't really have any. So that was kind of a waste. All right, we're pulling back. Let's try to defend Canton and the major river here. We cannot hold this. We're getting destroyed. We have no supply. We can at least hit desperate defense to get that beautiful 20% defense and entrenchment speed factor. It's something. No, don't invade Hainan. Doesn't really have anything, but I don't want to have to lose the island. Thanks to huge influxes of equipment, I am actually being able to build up a surplus. I actually have stuff. Maybe I should put some factories on like machine guns and mortars instead of infantry equipment. I know I've said this quite a few times, but I want you to know that this is easily the worst and most painful game of HOI I've ever played. Look at what I am reduced to. This is it. This is all I have. I'm dying here. I am struggling. My people are starving. People keep canceling trades with me. I'm about to lose my last port. As soon as I lose that, I'm dead, right? There's nothing I can do. This has taken me maybe 30 hours. I have been microing this like crazy and it just doesn't matter. They are too strong. How am I supposed to win this? Oh, okay. And we also get a scripted defeat. Even though we have not capitulated yet, we have lost. In October of 1940, we can either play as the reformed government of Republic of China or end my suffering and join as the post-war resistance and end the game. I guess let's see what being the Japanese puppet's like. I'm sorry, I wanted to win, but it didn't happen. Okay, I am now the Japanese puppet. I own all of China's interior. Okay, I'm ruled by Wang Yiwei. I really thought I could win this, but no, that was just crazy. Japan is insanely overtuned. There was almost no way to win. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm cringe, but honestly, nothing I can do there. Do I have any new focus trees? I do. I have a focus tree as a Japanese puppet. I'm getting a new doctrine. Okay. That is tragic. We have capitulated Japan for 1941. I've actually seen quite a few games when I play other countries in BICE where Japan wins even sooner. So you know what? I'm going to chalk that up to a victory. So apologies for losing, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Do be sure to leave me a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the series and if you'd like to see this to continue as maybe a stream playing as the reformed government of Republic of China and seeing if we can defeat the Allies or something. I don't know. This just feels tragic, man. Oh, it's painful. Thank you to all the YouTube members and patrons who so wonderfully support this channel, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.